Hi everyone, welcome to chandu.org. In this short overview video, I'm going to talk about Excel School program and tell you how it works. This is the brief agenda of this video. You will know by end of this video about the Excel School program, the topics that are covered in this training, what is the methodology that is used in this training, and what can you expect at the end of the program, who is going to teach this program, cost and duration of the program, and the contact details if you have any questions. If I have to define Excel School in a couple of sentences, this is what I would say. Excel School is an online Excel training program that can make a beginner an efficient user of Microsoft Excel. It can also help you design world-class Excel dashboards. Now these are quite ambitious and bold statements to make, but I do have a clear agenda and a working plan that has been demonstrated on more than 700 students who have successfully gone through Excel School previously and became what this statement says. I have highlighted three important things: online training program, beginner, and efficient user. I will briefly explain what these three statements mean along with the dashboards part. Excel School is an online training program, and by this what I mean is it is delivered online. There is no physical presence required. You need not be online at any specific point in time to access the lessons, nor I should be available online at any point for a live event. So all the lessons are recorded. You can watch them anytime you want. You can repeat them any number of times. Also, each student in the Excel School gets their own secure login ID and password, so they can log into the classroom area, view the lessons, download the course material, download the videos, and ask some questions or raise a discussion topic. So that is what I mean by online. Just to be clear again, because many people tend to ask me, Excel School does not require that you have to log into internet at a specific time. You can come to Excel School website whenever you are free and access the lessons. That is the beauty of this program. That can make a beginner. And what do I mean by a beginner? I do not mean a total newbie. By newbie, I mean somebody who just bought Excel or just started using Excel and he has no idea what a spreadsheet is or what a formula is. These are not the kind of people who will benefit from Excel School, because they require much more entry level training in order to know these things, and Excel School is not a place for it. It is not really a play school, it is actually a school, so you need to have some basic skills ready. So essentially what I'm looking is somebody who knows how to use Excel, who can open Excel software and load a workbook or worksheet, create a new workbook, save it, open it, and navigate through the spreadsheet without scaring himself or herself. They know what a formula is and what a chart is, even though they may not know how to use them both very efficiently, or they may not be experts in either of these. That's fine. If you know what a formula chart is, that's pretty good start. So these are the kind of people that I'm targeting. If I have to put it on a typical traditional scale of beginner, intermediate, or advanced user, the kind of people that I'm looking for in Excel School are beginners and intermediate level users. These are the people who have joined Excel School previously and they have benefited tremendously. Almost all the students in Excel School earlier batches are of caliber of, they are either beginners of Excel who have been using it for a couple of months and need to be much more productive and awesome in it, or they have been using Excel for several years and still want to learn a lot of things. For example, there are students who are comfortable with formulas, but they don't know how to mix formulas with charts or conditional formatting or make pivot tables, things like that. So these are the kind of people who would benefit tremendously by going through a program like Excel School. Finally, what do I mean by efficient user? This is what happens right at the end of this Excel School program. By efficient user, what I mean is, after successfully going through Excel School program, you can get things done in Excel. That is the important part. I'm not saying you will know things, you will learn the features. That's not really important. Knowing features is useless unless you get things done, and that is the most crucial part that we highlight in Excel School. You can get a thing done. For example, your boss comes over and says, hey, I want I want to analyze our sales data, you clearly know how to go about it in Excel or using Excel. Even if you're not using Excel, or if you are supposed to use some other software for this analysis, at least you will have some framework ready in your mind when somebody asks you that question, because Excel school actually is geared towards practical real world scenarios and examples. All the things used in Excel school are like that. There are very little theoretical stuff. Everything is shown with an example and explained through that. Also, an efficient user knows a lot of workarounds. Now, there is certain way to do certain things, but if you are an expert, you will already know certain workarounds, so that you know that this method is good enough to do A, B, C, but in order to get D and E, you need to do a workaround. So those kind of workarounds you will learn. You will use right chart for right data. So given a data set, you immediately know which kind of charts will look better, which kind of charts will accurately project the data and story. You will be comfortable with formulas. You can mix and match formulas. You can combine formulas to do some pretty nice things. You can mix formulas with other kind of things in Excel, for example, with charts or data validation or conditional formatting. You will be productive with Excel. By productive, I mean you know how to use keyboard, you know how to use mouse, you will know where various things are in the Excel ribbon and menu structure, so you can immediately locate a certain thing that you want to do and then get it done. You will learn how to make intuitive workbooks and charts. Anybody can make a simple workbook or chart using the default setup, but we all know defaults do not work well, and we need to add our own personality or our own design sense to it, so that it looks better, it feels better. So that is again a beautiful benefit of Excel school program, because everything that I am going to show you in Excel school is it's not just about formula. Even a simple lesson on countif formula, I would actually show you how to set up the table, how to make it look better, and try to add some value at each lesson, so that at the end of the lesson you are not just learning the countif formula, but actually also learning how to set up the table and how to make it look better, how to make the results stand out, or how to make the workbook feel awesome. So that is what you will learn. Finally, this is a new portion that I have added to Excel school, which is about dashboards. Now, what do I mean by it can help you design world-class Excel dashboards? After learning a lot of topics in Excel, usually several people use Excel to create dashboards or business intelligence reports, and many people go through this, but they do not really know how to actually go about it. They just do it because it has been going on, or they will be forced to do it. So in Excel school, we focus on designing of dashboards and development of dashboards from ground up. So you will understand the purpose of dashboards, why they should be used, what is a good dashboard, what is a bad dashboard. You will learn about dashboard design based on Excel. You will learn from examples, both good and bad. I will show you how to construct 4 different dashboards. These are specific dashboards, not generic or template dashboards, but these are actual specific dashboards that will teach you important tricks and ideas and show you how to combine various little things in Excel to achieve something that is truly outstanding. You will know dashboard best practices and pitfalls. You will know from my experience. You will also learn from others' experience, because I'm trying to get 3 more guest speakers for this dashboard part of Excel school. Only 2 of them have confirmed so far. That is why I'm not advertising that part, but I know that third person will also come in, and these are actually real gurus in the dashboard world. They are well-known personalities in the world of Excel as well as dashboard design. For example, Robert Munkill, who maintains a blog called Clearly and Simply, and he has agreed to spare about 35 to 45 minutes with us on a podcast style interview, teaching us how to use Excel to design dashboards and things like that. So these are the kind of content that you can expect in the dashboard part. The topics covered in Excel school are, these are the 13 topics that are covered. Again, pretty much from A to Z of Excel. Whatever you see in Excel when you open, we are going to talk about it, but we are not going to talk about it in the style that here is the file menu, you can use open to open file, new to new file. Not that way. Everything will be driven with practical real world examples and funny narrative. Not really funny, but at least in an entertaining and useful way. Topics will be kept concise and maximum lessons. There are some lessons which have about 90 minutes, but those lessons cannot be broken down, so we have it in one go. But otherwise, most lessons are broken into chunks of 20 to 30 minutes, so it's easy to digest and implement. And in each topic, we have multiple lessons. So even though there are 13 topics, the lessons so far I have about 45 lessons, and I am still not done with the dashboards part. So I may add another 5 lessons. So in the end, you will get about 50 lessons, 50 videos we are talking here. And I will be adding content as we go. Even after you enroll 3 weeks into the course, you may see a new video coming up. The topics themselves are pretty straightforward. Formulas, again, not simple formulas like sum and average, but these are actual useful formulas like how do you count values that meet a criteria, how do you do lookups using various formulas, how do you use sum product formula, how do you use small and large formulas. Even though formulas are discussed here, they will be used throughout Excel school. Even in conditional formatting, we use formulas. Even in charting, we use formulas like that. Then again, there is a advanced formulas lesson after almost at the end of the school, where we will talk about advanced formulas like array formulas, using circular references and formula debugging and things like that. Similarly, everything that you can imagine about Excel is covered here. The only things that we did not talk extensively are macros. We do touch what macros are and how to use them. We even write a couple of example macros, but nothing in depth here. And we also do not talk about advanced stuff like data tables, Monte Carlo simulations, or developing models using Excel animation, things like that. Those are really for advanced guys, and I do not plan to cover them in Excel school. They may come at a later point in a different course. So that is about the topics. In this presentation, which is available for you to download on Excel school webpage, you can actually see the detailed blown up of each of these areas. So in each topic, I have subtopics which are shown in different slides. But now I'm going to skip that part and show you what next. So how does it work? Excel school is pretty straightforward. It's kept as simple as possible, but nothing simpler. The first step is, of course, you have to sign up for the program by making an online payment. Excel school comes in 3 different flavors. There is an online only option where all the lessons content is available for you to view online. So it will be streamed from the web server, so you can view it like you're watching YouTube videos. But for this option, you need to be online, connected to internet, and watch the lessons. You can repeat the lessons any number of times during the course duration, which is 6 months. And this costs about $67. Then there is an option called Excel School itself, which includes downloadable lessons. So this is 97, where you can actually download all the lessons to your computer. You can also view them online, but you can also download. Then the final thing is Excel School plus Dashboards package, where you can view the lessons online and download, but you can also watch and download the dashboard topics. So Excel School will basically be about Excel, and Excel plus Dashboards is about both Excel and dashboards. So the prices are $67, $97, and $197. There is a premium of $100 for the dashboard program because the content that you get here is quite valuable, and frankly, you will probably not see this type of content anywhere else. So it's 4 different dashboards. You can even use these files, the Excel files, for the dashboards for your own personal projects and office work. And the course itself is quite valuable, and people who design dashboards often can actually find a lot of benefit just by following the lessons and applying maybe 25% of the topic. So it's in my opinion, it is really a big steal going for this one, but whatever works for you, you can go for that. The second step is I will send you your user ID and password through email. So your user ID, password, and login URL will be emailed, and you can click on the URL, use this to get into the Excel school. Now when you join Excel school, when you make the payment, you may want to check your spam or bulk folders just in case my mail ends up in those folders. But it's unlikely, but in some cases a few students have reported that they didn't get the login password where it was lying in the spam folder. Then the third step is you will access lessons, videos, and download examples as you like. So once you get into Excel School, this is how the web page where Excel School is hosted looks like. It's again a very simple web page, so that the focus is on the lessons, not on the web page. It is kept as simple as possible so you don't waste any time understanding the website. There are two different pages. Lesson index lists all the lessons in a logical order. Download index lists all the lessons along with downloadable files, so you can download the videos and watch them at your comfort. And then other links will be available. The actual web page will be having a lot more stuff, but this is just a glimpse of it. Then beneath each lesson there is a comments area where you can ask some questions. For example, here Susan was asking, this is a very helpful lesson, I have a question for you, can you tell me how to use trim and clean formulas? And then I get back to her. Usually the discussion is back and forth, so once you ask a question, I get back to you in a couple of hours or maybe in a day, depending on how busy I am, and then we discuss back and forth until your questions are answered. So this is how the lesson related discussion works. And then finally, from time to time I encourage you to take up some homework or class projects. There are two different class projects in Excel School at this point. I may add one more at some point in future. And there are a couple of homework assignments. I'm going to add more homework assignments during the next few months, so you can watch your classroom and homework areas. And then take up the homework assignments, solve them on your own, check with the solutions that are available, so you can practice some of the lessons or topics easily. Methodology of course is very, very simple. Again, each topic will be explained through videos, the kind of video that you are watching now. So each lesson will have one video where the topic will be detailed in depth. You will look at my screen while I'm giving you the lecture, so you can see how I'm doing these particular things in Excel. You can also download the same Excel file so that you can practice the lessons side by side. As I said, there are two short class projects. You will learn more about these once you get into Excel School. Sorry for that. At the end of Excel School, you will be proficient in Excel as promised. You will also know how to use and mix formulas. You will make better charts. You will be productive with Excel, and you will be able to construct world-class Excel dashboards. Now, all these assume one critical thing, that you actually follow the program and practice the lessons as you are learning. If you just watch the videos or if you do not complete the lessons, it is unlikely that you will achieve this objective. But in my experience, what I have seen is even by just following 1 week's worth of lessons, that is for one topic, people have benefited tremendously. For example, there is one lady in first batch who emailed me just after the first week of lessons were given to them. She came back to me and said, Chandu, you know what? We have gone through the lessons on Excel formulas, and then I have applied some of these techniques that you have taught us in a work related report that we myself and my colleague produce often, and we could save $3,500, that's $3,500, just by implementing one technique from your lessons. Now, I'm not claiming that all this benefit is directly due to Excel School, but of course it's all her hard work, and she has seen the opportunity to improve her work just using these formulas. But that's the kind of benefit the students often get by going through a training like this. They can see various pieces of information, and then they can combine them in their mind and then say that, okay, now I'm learning A and B, let me see how I can apply this to my work, and boom, they have good benefit out of the program. So that is the same thing that happens to you if you follow this Excel School program and practice. Who is going to teach? Obviously, I'm going to teach. My full name is Purna Chandra Rao Dugirala, Purna Dugirala. But many of you know me as Chandu because that's where I write. Chandu is my nickname, or that's what my friends and family members call me. I have an MBA from one of the good colleges in India, and I have been Microsoft Excel MVP, which is an award Microsoft gives for people who, like me, who talk about their technologies. So I have been MVP for the last 3 years, that's 2009, 10, and now this year 2011. And I've been author of Chendu.org for the last several years. Duration of program is 8 weeks of active learning. By active learning, what I mean is, at least for these 8 weeks, you will need to be visiting the Excel School online classroom, watch some lessons, or at least download and watch them, practice the topics. You will also get 6 months of online membership. All this at no additional cost. You pay one fee and you will have 6 months access to all the material, all the classroom area where you can ask questions, downloads and files and everything for 6 months. And you can start as soon as you sign up and pay the money, so you don't have to wait for others to join in. Let us say you pay money on Jan 12th, you can get in and start on the same day itself, and your membership will be active for 180 days starting that point. The cost of program, as I shown earlier, is three different costs are available: 67, 97 and 197. And in my opinion, the 197 option is the best value because it combines Excel with dashboards, which is a highly sought after area. But if your job involves not dashboard related work, then don't go for that. Just go for either Excel School online option or Excel School only, and that should suffice. Payments and registration for Excel School open on 12th of January 2011. That's just like 1 week away from today, based on the date on which I'm recording this video. You can visit chandu.org/wp/Excel School. This is the link. Remember that. It's quite simple to remember anyway. On 12th, and just follow the instructions there so that you can get into Excel School. If you have any questions or doubts on this program, like how do I enroll a team of employees into this program, or is there any discount for multiple people, or should I be online, things like that, any questions, just email me and I'll be glad to help you. You can also call me on my numbers. I have two numbers, one a US number which directs to calls to India, so you can call me on this number or this number and I'll be glad to help you. I would even love to talk you, even just you want to feel like talking and learning more about the program. So just give me a call or drop me an email and I'll try to help you at the earliest. I hope you have enjoyed this short demonstration of what Excel School is, and gathered some important information that will help you decide whether Excel School is the right program for you. I hope to see you in Excel School and make you awesome in Excel, because that's really what all this is about. It's not about money. This is not about me ranting in front of computer, but this is about you. And I really like to see students coming in and learning some important stuff so that they can be better in their job. They can make a good impression in front of their colleagues and bosses, and they can actually save time that they can use for some other important things like connecting with other people, collaborating, or spending time with family. And Excel tends to be one heck of a tool where we end up spending a lot of time. So even if you save like 30 minutes a day just by learning some important tricks and ideas, that's a lot of time over an year. And so I hope you actually learn Excel, whether through Excel School or something, and become awesome. That's all. Thank you very much, and this is Chandu. Bye bye.